So the last thing that you're going to need to do in order to kind of fulfill your initial shipment to Amazon is to create what's called a shipping plan. All right, and there are 4 things that you'll need to create this shipping plan, and I'll show you kind of how to do that in Amazon Seller Central as well. So the first thing is the weight and dimensions of your products. So yeah, pretty straightforward. You know, the height, width, depth of each of your products, or length, sorry, I should say, of each of your products, along with the weight, and as well as the weight and dimensions of each case. So a case, also sometimes referred to as a carton, is if for lack of a better word, it's the big box that all of your a set of products will go into, right? So when your products are getting shipped, you're not shipping each individual product, obviously. All these products are being put into a big box, or also known as a case. And then these cases are then being shipped to Amazon's warehouse, obviously, you know. So that's just kind of the difference, and that's what I'm referring to. And when you kind of see that in Amazon Seller Central, that's what they're referring to. You know, your units or your products, those are kind of the same thing. And then your case or your cartons, those are the same thing, okay? But the case is is the big box that your products are being put into, right, to be shipped. The third thing you'll need is the number of products per case, all right? So each case that you have should have an equal number of products. So one thing that I kind of want to mention on a side note is when you're ordering, right, let's just assume you're ordering 1,000 units, and in order for there to be an even number, an exact number of products per every case, you may need to order a little bit more or a little bit less to kind of fill that, right? So on one recent order, I had to order, was it 1,000 and like, it was like 1,019 or something like that, I want to say, or sorry, 1,018, my apologies, 1,018 in order to kind of divide it out evenly, something like that, right? So you may have to order a little bit more, a little bit less in order to have the same number of products per case. And then the last thing you'll need, and this is very important, the supplier's full address, okay? So that includes their province, city, district, you know, street number, all that. And a lot of times suppliers, when you ask them for their address, their full address, they'll give you, you know, kind of their, you know, local address, right? That would make sense locally, but you need kind of their international address, their entire full address, right? So instead of me just telling you, you know, hey, San Diego, California, I would say, you know, United States, California, you know, San Diego, you know, whatever, and so on, right? And the zip code and all that. So you need to make sure you have province, city, and district along with all the other information. A lot of times these 3, you know, the province, city, district information is left out. So you want to make sure that you get that. Simply message them on WhatsApp and just say, hey, in a professional way, could you kindly send me the, you know, 1, weight and dimensions of product, 2, weight and dimensions of each case, 3, the number of products per case, and 4, your full address, including province, city, and district. All right. Once you have that, or these 4 pieces of information, you're ready to create your actual shipping plan in Amazon. So I'll go ahead and log in here to Amazon Seller Central. And once you're logged in, head over to inventory and then manage inventory. All right, so we're in manage inventory. And then go to your new listing that you just created that we talked about in the previous video and click on the arrows at the far right side of the row. Okay, so click on those and I'll move myself out of the way so we can see this. And then what we want to do is send/replenish inventory, right? Because we're going to be sending inventory, so that's why. So we go ahead and click on send /replenish inventory. I'll move myself back. And that will take us to a page that looks like this. So what your intent is to create a new shipping plan. So go ahead and leave that marked. In here, you know, it's blurred out, but I have my shipping address already entered. This will be blank for you, so make sure that you enter in the shipping from address, right? Your supplier's full address and list it here in the ship from section. So go ahead and fill that out. And then here for packing types, we have individual products or case packed products. You will probably be choosing case packed products. In most cases, all my products are case packed products. Individual products, so this could be, for example, if you're selling t-shirts and you have red t-shirts, blue t-shirts, green t-shirts, purple t-shirts, right? They're the same, you know, product type, but they come in different variations. So in that case, you would select individual products since they're kind of, you know, individual. But in this case, if they're all uniform and consistent, you know, if you're selling the same type of, you know, foot pads, there's no really difference than case pack products, where, if you're selling 10 packs, 20 packs, and 50 packs, which I don't recommend, by the way. I'd recommend keeping everything consistent for inventory management purposes. But if you are, and you absolutely can, and people have been very successful with this, then go ahead and click individual. But assuming you're a case pack, go ahead and select this, and then continue to shipping plan. All right. So then once you're here in the after you've clicked on continue to shipping plan, here we'll enter in the dimensions of each package, or kind of each product, and let's see, as well as the weight, right? So remember I said this is the information you need. You'll go ahead, once you get this from your supplier, enter it in here. And I want to make sure that you keep in mind, a lot of people, or a lot of sellers, I should say, and I'm just going to make something up, like 444, let's do 0.7 pounds. So a lot of people, when they are filling out this information, there may be different kind of automatic or default settings, or you want to make sure that if your supplier gives you the dimensions in centimeters and kilograms, which often they do because the majority of the world works on the metric system. The United States uses the standard, I think, imperial system. I grew up using the metric system, so they'll probably give it to you in centimeters and kilograms. So you want to make sure that you convert that, and you can just go to Google or use an app on your phone and convert from centimeters to inches. Or if you already have it in centimeters, go ahead and enter that. But I just want to make sure you're aware of and pay attention to the dimensions here, or the units of measurement. So make sure that's correct, as well as the quantity of units you'll be sending. So remember I said, how many products per big box, how many products per case. You go ahead and enter that number in here. So I don't know, I'll say 15. Number of cases, 40 cases. So a total of 600 units. That's, so yeah, obviously we're, let's say we ordered 600 units. So that would make sense. And that's why you want to have consistent, number of products per case. It needs to be able to divide kind of evenly. We don't want 15 in some, 16 in another, 14 in another one, right? It needs to be 15 for all cases. So that's why you may need to adjust your inventory a little bit. Yep, units per case. Oh, and then so I'll just re-enter this, 4x4, and 0.7, just making this up. Go ahead and hit save once you enter in all that information. All right, and then continue. And again, I'm obviously using this as an example, so it may, may be a little bit different for you. So you want to, okay, who preps? All right, this is who, who is prepping your products, putting the UPC code on your products and all that. So Amazon's not, obviously. They're not producing your product, right? You're doing this through a supplier, through Alibaba, in China somewhere. So this is, you would put merchant for this, okay? Because you are responsible. You are the one who's prepping your products. So go ahead and click merchant. All right, and then continue. And then who labels? The merchant. Go ahead and hit continue. All right, and then for this, we will be creating a new shipment plan. So I like to name this something recognizable. So I may have, let's do foot pads 1, okay. And as we can see here, we've already automatically generated, and this is usually the case. It can absolutely be there can be different options, but in general, you will, or the majority of the time, you will be shipping your products to Dallas, which is why I included that in the supplier contact form. In this case, we can see that we are going to be shipping to Dallas, and when we hit approve shipment, we should be able to see the entire, the full address. So you'll go ahead and create new, label it something, because this will be your first shipping order. You'll create numerous shipping orders in the future when you order more products. So, foot pads 1, foot pads 2, 3, 4, and so on. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and approve shipment. Okay, so we have, shipping from, our supplier, case packed, yes, okay. Good. And then we'll go ahead and work on shipment. Oh yeah, so then once you're here at this section, prepare shipment, scroll down to shipping service, and you'll select small parcel delivery. So ship it. So the only case that you'd be using LTL, so less than a truckload, less than truckload. This is when you're used for larger shipments, which in this case you probably are not. None of my products have been this large. Some in the future may be, but in this case it's most likely going to be small parcel delivery. But that's why you should know kind of the weight of your products and your cases. But again, most likely you're going to be small parcel delivery. You'll select your carrier. Once you've entered in your shipping carrier, scroll down to shipment packing. You'll select multiple boxes because your shipment will probably come in multiple boxes, not just one giant box with like 1,000 units in it. It'll probably come in multiple boxes. And then we just, again, enter in the information that we have here. So units per box, I believe we said 15 before, number of boxes, no, it's 40 units per box, 15 boxes. So yeah, total quantity, 600, the box. And then of course we enter in the box weight. In this case, we can just do like 30 pounds, and then box dimensions. I think I did 4 by 4 by 4. Hopefully that allows me to do that. Confirm. Okay. Then good. We've been successfully submitted. Then keep scrolling down to shipment labels. And from here, you will print box labels. So you won't actually print it. You'll download the PDF. And these labels, you'll need to make sure that you send to your supplier, okay? And I'm not going to go ahead, and then once you've done that, you can complete shipment. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to create another shipping order. I don't need it right now for my own product. So you'll go ahead and print box labels, download that PDF file, send that to your supplier, and let them know that you have here are the shipping labels provided by Amazon that will need to be affixed to each carton or each case of not each product but each case that the products are going into. And then if they could also, and they also mentioned we would also like when available the tracking information for our shipment, right? Because we want to be able to track the shipment. So print that, send it to them. Tell them here are the shipping labels for for our cases, and when available, could you please provide the shipping information? All right, so you go ahead and do that. Complete shipment, and once you hit complete shipment, you'll be brought to a page that asks for tracking number information. You can go ahead and leave that blank for now because you don't yet have that information, and just review the summary to make sure everything looks good, and go ahead and hit complete or enter to kind of exit out of that page. And as long as you've already downloaded the PDF, which you can always go back and retrieve, we've already, as I stated, you probably already downloaded the PDF. Go ahead and send that to your supplier along with asking them for the tracking information, okay? And then at this point, you're good to go. You've sent in the PDF shipping labels to your supplier, and they're now going to affix it to every single one of your cases. So you're good on that end, and that's really the important part, is going through all the steps that I showed you and making sure that you have the shipping label now sent to the supplier, printed off, and affixed to all of the cases. But another good step, and this isn't required, so you don't really need to worry about this too much, but I definitely recommend it, and I do it myself, is to enter in that tracking information, okay? So like I said, right as soon as you get finished creating the shipping plan, you don't need to enter in that tracking information. You can just go ahead and hit complete and kind of exit out of that. But when your when your products are ready to be shipped and are beginning to be shipped, your supplier will send you the tracking information, and make sure that you get that information from them. Once you have it, the tracking number, you'll go back to your Amazon Seller Central account, like I have here. Scroll up on the left-hand side to Inventory, and then you'll go all the way down and select Manage FBA Shipments. So Manage FBA Shipments. And in this case, right, when you're starting off, you'll only have one. Obviously, I have a few here, but you only have one. So I'll go ahead and click. We'll just assume this is the new shipping order that we created. So we'll click Track Shipment. All right. And then we'll scroll down. And again, now the page that I'm on, this should look similar to the page that you were just on, that you just kind of exited out of. So you'll go back to that page essentially, and now enter in that tracking information. So all you do is you retrieve the tracking number from your supplier right when your products are beginning to ship, and you'll go ahead and enter that tracking number into all of these boxes, okay? It's the same number. A lot of people get tripped up on this and are like, oh, wait, why are there 9 boxes? I don't know why there's 9 boxes, but you just need to enter your tracking number for each box. So go ahead and enter the same tracking number, 1 through 9, okay, or all the forms that are available to you. Hit save all, and then you're good, right? And then now you have the tracking information entered. It's really as simple as that. So now you're aware of, at what stage and where your products are. And Amazon knows as well, so they can properly plan. So this really helps everybody out. It's not necessary. I've absolutely shipped products, especially when I was starting off and didn't know what I was doing. Didn't enter the tracking information or the tracking number. But now I do this with all my orders, and it's been very helpful for both me and Amazon. And I hope that this video has been helpful. I know this may not be the most fun part of the process, as you can probably tell how I've been kind of recording these videos, but it's a necessary step. Hopefully I've made this as painless as possible and as simple to understand as possible. If you do have any questions, always be sure to let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.